Good morning students, welcome to your 12th standard commerce. In this video, we are going to discuss Unit 9 Entrepreneurship Development, Chapter 25 Government Schemes for Entrepreneur Development, Topic Other Specific Entrepreneurship Schemes. Okay, so we will see one by one. So, other specific entrepreneurship schemes. So, in order to support and strengthen the startup culture in India, the government has launched various schemes in the past few years. So, there are as follows. First one, Modified Special Incentive Package Scheme, MSIPS, Modified Special Incentive Package Scheme. So, the SIPS schemes provides the capital subsidy of 20% in SEZ and 25% of subsidy non-SEZ for business units engaged in the manufacturing of electronics in the fields of the Internet of Things, aeronautics, aerospace and defense, automotive, renewable energy, non-renewable energy, technology, green technology and nanotechnology. So, the second one, New Gen Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Center, New Gen IEDC. So, the New Gen IEDC provides a limited one-time non-recurring financial assistance to entrepreneurs up to 25 lakhs in the fields of chemicals, technology, hardware, healthcare and life science, aeronautics, aerospace and defense, agriculture, AI, artificial intelligence, AR, VR, augmented and virtual reality, automotive, telecommunication and networking, computer vision, construction design, non-renewable energy, renewable energy, green technology, fine tech, Internet of Things, nanotechnology, social impact, food and beverages, pets and animals, textiles and apparel. Okay, so the New Gen Innovative and Entrepreneurship Development. So we start any one of the business, then the government is New Gen IEDC comes forward and sanction the loan up to 25 lakhs. Okay, so next one, Dairy Entrepreneurship Development Scheme. Dairy Entrepreneurship Development Scheme aims at helping entrepreneurs in the field of agriculture, pets and animals and social impact of set up small dairy farms, and incentive are provided to cover the cost of required equipment or establishment of the facility. So, Dairy Entrepreneurship Development Scheme, this scheme helping the entrepreneur who setting the field of agriculture, pet and animals and the social impact of set up small dairy farms, and also supply the incentive to cover the cost of requirement or establishment of the facility. Next one, single point registration scheme, SPRS. So a great scheme for micro and small enterprises which provides an exemption from payment of earnest money deposit, EMD. Under this scheme, the tenders are issued free of cost. Okay, so next one, Atal Incubation Centers. It is also a helping scheme of government. So the government of India has set up the Atal Innovation Mission, AIM, at Nidhi Aayog in 2016 with the overarching the purpose of promoting a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in the country. So this has been set up to provide high class incubation facilities across the various parts of India in terms of capital, equipment, operating facilities along with the sectoral expert for monitoring startups, especially in transport. So manufacturing, health, energy, water, agriculture and construction sectors. So Atal Incubation Center is the helping scheme, so which was set up in 2016 providing high class incubation facilities across the various parts of India. So that is called the Atal Incubation Center. So what are the reasons why women become entrepreneurs? So first one, innovative thinking, role model of others, self identity, social status, need for additional income, support of family members, education and qualification, self fulfillment, new challenges, freedom to take own decision, employment generation, success stories of friends and relatives, government policies and procedures. Okay. So steps in promoting an entrepreneurial venture. So the various steps involved in the starting the venture have been highlighted. So first one, selection of the product. An entrepreneur may select the product according to his aspiration, capacity and motivation after a thorough scrutiny of micro and macro environment of business. So he or she may select a brand new product or may like to select the imitation one, or he or she may improve upon the existing product in terms of additional features like comforts, convenience, ease of operation, lower price, etc. So an entrepreneur has to conduct economic viability of the project. So what is meant by selection of product? So any entrepreneur, he has to through a thorough case study and select the product going to produce. What is going to produce? He must select the brand, he must select the new product or may select the imitate product. Okay, so next the first entrepreneur select the product according to the aspiration, capacity and motivation. After that he has to design whether he is going to create a new product or going to imitate to work, or all that. An entrepreneur has to conduct the economic viability of the project. Next one, selection of the forms of ownership. So entrepreneurs has to choose the form of organization suitable and appropriate for this venture, namely family ownership, partnership and private limited company. So he has to choose the form of organization first. The entrepreneur has to choose the form of organization, which one is suitable. The next one, the family ownership and partnership forms of organization are suited for the accessing unified control over the venture, while the company form of organization may be preferred for pooling of more financial resources, managerial and technical skills and business experience for carrying on medium to large venture. So selection of forms of ownership. If your business is small, you have to choose either family business or partnership. In case of you choose the family business or partnership, you need only a limited resources. If you choose a company form of organization, you need a more finance or huge capital. So family business and partnership is essential for small business, and company form of organization need a large scale amount. Okay, large scale investment. The next one, selection of site. So the entrepreneur has to choose a suitable plot for accommodating his venture. He has 4 options open to him for choosing his venture. So they have been mentioned below. So first one, state development corporation like SIDCO, SIPCOT, MMDA, TNHP and Directorate of Industries may allot plot to entrepreneur. So the entrepreneur have to choose what business going to start, and next they have to choose the site, which place will going to start the business or industries. Okay, so the entrepreneur can have the factory or constituted by the State Industrial Development Corporation or started by private developers, or he may buy a private land for industrial use. So entrepreneur can have a factory shed constructed by the state industrial development agencies. Then entrepreneur can start the ventures in the land developed by private developers. Then entrepreneur may buy a private land and development for industrial use. So following things may be considered in the choosing site, namely nearness to native place. If you can choose the 4 options, but choose after that, the entrepreneur keep in mind the site must be nearest to the native place, the incentive provided by the government, nearness to the market, then availability of labor and raw materials in particular area, then infrastructure facilities. The next, designing capital structure. Entrepreneur has to determine the source of finance for funding the venture. He or she may mobilize the funds from his own savings, loans from friends and relatives, terms loans from the banks and financial institutions. So designing the capital structure, so he had to mind keep on mind what product he is going to produce, select the area. After that he need money. So the entrepreneur, how he start business, how he is get fund, he may be using own savings or money, or he get loan from the friends or relatives or financial institutions, for example banks. Okay, next one, acquisition of manufacturing know-how. So entrepreneur can acquire the manufacturing know-how for government research laboratories, research and development divisions of industries, and individual consultants. So at times many units may supply the manufacturing know-how to entrepreneurs. Starting the auxiliary units or plant and machinery suppliers may provide the facility to entrepreneurs. So besides the manufacturing know-how can be obtained by foreign technical collaboration. The next one, preparation of project report. Project reports needs to be prepared according to the format prescribed in the loan application form of term lending institutions. An entrepreneur can get in the report prepared either by a technical consultancy organization, or by auditors, or by consultants, or by development agencies. So this report should be cover aspects like sources of finance, technical know-how, sources of labor and raw materials, market potential, and profitability. So the project should be include the following. So preparation of the entrepreneur, they have to report the project. So this report is called a project report. So the technical feasibility, there should be mentioned the following: description of product specification, raw materials availability, manufacturing process, quality control and measures, availability, water, power and transport, and communication facilities. So next one, the project reports, or those reports are mentioned in the technical feasibility. The next one, economic viability. So it is essentially involves the compilation of demand for domestic and export market. So install the capacity of machines, market share, revenue expected, and a suitable price structure. So economic, it is essentially involved. Okay, the compilation of demand for domestic and export market, install the capacity of machines, market share, revenue expected, and suitable price structure. Next one, financial viability. So financial viability, it should cover the aspects like non-recurring costs such as land and building, plant and machinery, etc. Recurring the expenses like wages, salaries, and overheads, etc. Then probable cost of production, profit on expected sales. Next one, managerial competency. So entrepreneur has to include the mechanism for managing the venture in the project report. In the case of small sized venture, the owner or partners may take care of the managerial activities, while team of managerial personnel is to be brought in for manning the various managerial positions across the different levels of management in the case of corporate forms of organization. So he has to provide the details of the organizational structure contemplated in the project report for implementing the venture. So managerial competency, one who manage the entrepreneur has to include the mechanism for managing the mechanism. He has to include the, that is managing. So in case of small size venture, the owners or partners, they themselves act as a manager, so manage the business activity. So in large scale business, the team of managerial position take place, that is called the managerial competency.